I play Nate Nash, who is a CIA operative who's a kind of a nice guy, but with sort of good ethics, who finds himself sort of falling for Jennifer's character. He's sort of fallen from grace early in his career from Russia and gets a second chance to come back because he is keeping or controlling or working with a very high-level Russian operative, and he's the only person that operative, Marble, will speak to. And so he's sort of cast aside, but he's given a second shot because he's valuable in that regard, and so he gets to make contact with Jennifer's character, who's sort of sent out into the field to get him and extract the name of his operative. I mean, it's incredibly violent and incredibly dangerous, particularly in her world, and a little bit in the world of the Americans within the film, and where those two worlds intersect is quite dangerous. And yet it's not an unrealistic depiction that says that they're all a bunch of, Nikitas and Jason Bournes running around shooting guns at each other constantly. But there's something really inherently psychologically dangerous about the whole story and the whole world. When we start the movie, we feel like we're meeting, on one hand, Jennifer's character, whose life has just taken a massive turn and slide downwards. And Nate, in a similar fashion, has got something similar going on in his life, where he's, by way of that action, he's caused himself to kind of have to tap out of his job. And the job is the only thing that defines him, because as an operative, he has no personal connections and no real family, or not on his level, no wife and no children. And he loves being in Eastern Europe, and he gets kind of sent home. So you get two people who are doing the things that they love doing, and they take a big step down. And in many ways, what's nice about that on a subliminal level, I think, or a subconscious level, or even a conscious level, is that you feel like before they even meet, they're connected in some way, or they have something to relate about. In the beginning, it seems like she's checkmated into going to this school, this Sparrow school, and has no choice. And we watch her take everything she learns and take all the information that's given to her and turn that game around, and just when you think she's been checkmated, perhaps she's going to do the same to all of those men in her life that have treated her so badly. So in many ways, there's a real kind of empowerment story in there, and there's kind of a relish. I think there's going to be a real enjoyment at watching her take down all those people around her. There's something quite magical about Jenna. I find her to be one of the most instinctual people. There's something very intuitive about her as an actress. And I always enjoy her performances. There always feels like there's something not just sort of real and deeply connected to the story she's telling. Like she's so on the right page all the time, but there's also something fascinating beyond that doesn't distract from the story. So she's sort of, perfectly suits a movie, yet elevates it at the same time.